Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. If you're watching these, it'll be the fourth one of these I've done. I got Volume 5 in as of filming. I haven't finished it. Volume 6 will be ordered real soon. By the time the first one of these is up, got 6 in and read it because I'm far ahead. But Alan Moore, Saga of the Swamp Thing, this is Volume 4. We got listed on here. We got Stephen Bissett, John Toddleman, Stan Walk. Over the world, a bird was flying, a ragged black note on the stave of the wind. Too high for all but the rarest ears, the bird flew on. The taste of its pearl and its beak was unspeakable. All right, so we got Stephen Bissett, John Toddleman, Stan Walk, Rick Veach. This is 43 through 50, includes the class stories, Parliament Trees, and the end. Let's get going here. All right, so, we got a lot more people. We got Rick Veach, Fredo Alcala, Ron Randall, and Tom Mandrake. That's kind of cool. This cover, let me turn that up. Look at that. That cover just caught my eye. I just stared at it. Winner of 2 Eagle Awards, 84 Eagle Awards. This is basically Swamp Thing draws these jams off his body, and this old hippie dude finds them. And he goes back to his place, and somebody comes over looking for a hookup, and like, man, my wife's dying. You got anything to pain? He goes, well, I'll give you a piece of this. And she takes it and has like a great trip. This asshole comes over and kind of scums it off of and takes it and has a bad trip. It's an interesting issue. Who did the art on this, huh? I think it's Sam walking around. It feels like another, Moore kind of wanted a little break from the normal pace before he got started on the next storyline. This one here, I remember this cover very distinctly. Remember seeing that in the shop, in the store and grabbing it. I've got a copy somewhere, and this would be this one. Yeah, this is the one where Swamp Thing pops back up out of her toilet. This is Bissett and Randall with Toddleman. And you could tell the ones that are Toddleman, Bissett, the ones that got mourners. Look, John Constantine meeting up with Batman. This one is all about. Is this the serial killer? This is the serial killer one. The Swamp Thing just buries him in the damn swamp. Winner 5 Jack Kirby Award. That's a great cover, too. This is the one I just read recently the other day. I actually had to take somebody to a doctor's appointment and reading this. And this is about the Winchester House, but they don't call it that, where they had to constantly be building on it, or the ghosts of all the people killed by the guns would come back. And this is a Sam Walk and Alfredo Alcala joint. This was wicked. Like, these crazy ghosts. And basically, Moore was using Swamp Thing to tell these crazy-ass horror stories where you could, some of these you could eliminate Swamp Thing completely and it would work. And it's another one of the missions, Constantine sent him on. Then we get our crisis issue. Issue 46. We got Hawkman, we got the Phantom Stranger, we got some kind of dinosaur, we got Batman and Swamp Thing. This is a Bissett and Toddleman, I think, yeah. There's the red skies, all the craziness going on, and Swamp Thing's not really worried about that because he's being told, trust me, this is just a start. This is the physical world. The metaphysical is being fucked with too. And we need to be more worried about that. So he takes them to the Monitor satellite, where he meets up with Alexander Luthor, and there's, all these other characters you would have thought would pop up in Swamp Thing. I love it. It's like John Constantine smokes constantly throughout this. They wouldn't allow that in a comic nowadays. I don't think you can smoke at all in Marvel Comics. And he tells them about the Bruja who are down in South America, and they're trying to bring pure evil back that'll go and destroy God. Or pure good. They call it pure good, they call it God. It's according to who's talking about it. And there's the nun he sent out to go look for somebody. We get this great. He goes down to the Parliament of Trees, and this is this woman. This guy's taking pictures, and it's Abby, and he catches her making out with the Swamp Thing. But then we get down to the Parliament of Trees, where he goes down and look at all of his headdress. He goes down here and meets up with them, and they're all the original Swamp Thing. Like the Heap is in here. Any swamp creature from comics or anything like that you could think of. Oh God. Let me try something. These white pages are looking really, really white here. That's a lot better. And they don't really give him the answer he's looking for. Or so he thinks. And the next few issues are basically the Swamp Thing fighting this brute. And I love that image right there. That war swamp thing. That's the best way to describe it. It's just you're going to go fight these brutal, the Bruja. They're trying to bring this thing back. And what they convinced Judith, who worked with Constantine, to turn on him. And when the world gets remade, she'll become a bird. And Swamp Thing shows up, and he Constantine's telling you, don't worry about me. Stop her from transforming. She transforms all this pearl, pure evil, and blah, head off. And, And on the home front here, Abby is being arrested for crimes against nature for having sex with a plant. Then issue 49, and I remember this is another one. I remember these covers. These covers. And the bird's heading, and it's Stone walking Alfredo Alcala. And they got to gather everybody. So they got Baron Winter from the Night Force. We got Dr. Fate, Dr. Occult, Cain and Abel, Dead Man, Sargon the Sorcerer, who I'm like, what the fuck? I forgot about Sargon. The Spectre. Basically, what do they call themselves? What's that group? Damn it. What was their name? Shadow Pack. The Shadow Pack almost. Like Zatanna and her dad Zatara. Or Zatanna and Zatara or something like that. The demon. And this is just, okay, gathering the troops. And then Mento, which blows, I forgot Mento was in this. He's a Doom Patrol character. And they're just gathering the troops, and then we get issue 50, the anniversary. Buck and a quarter. This is a Bissett, Veach, and Titleman. This is titled The End, and this is them going to war. Because they got to defeat this thing that's pure evil before it destroys pure good. And like the demons armor room, we got all the Ryman demons as a cavalry. We got the Phantom Stranger shows up with all these angels. You got all these magicians working together. And like Sargon, look at this. The power, the feedback is so much. Sargon just bursts into flame. They got to keep on holding on to his burnt hands so they can't break the circle. And like Dr. Fate goes into pure darkness and gets thrown out. The demon went in there and got thrown out. Zatanna's father blows up. The Spectre goes in there and comes out and can't defeat. So Swamp Thing just walks in and almost does nothing. And he talks it into, listen to this, and yet they spoke of, hold on, let me get a little more light here. I'm sorry. Oh, God. That is horrible bad. And yet they spoke of aphids eating leaves, bugs eating aphids, themselves and finally devoured by the soil, feeding the foliage. And they asked where the evil dwelled within the cycle and told me to look to the soil. The black soil is rich in foul decay, yet glorious life springs from it. But however dazzling the ferocious life in the end, all decay to the same black humus. Perhaps evil is the humus, formed by virtue's decay, and perhaps it's from this dark, sinister loom that virtue grows strongest. I do not know. I do not want to know what they meant. I see, little thing. And he releases him, and you see the evil hand and the good hand, and then they just, everything is ran. His mind shorts out, and that's it. They defeated it. And it ends with Cain throwing Abel over the cliff. And then that really cool John Titleman. All right, and that's it. That is volume 5. I got one more to go. And what sucks is I really want the full Rick V trunk because he took over writing and most of the art after Moore left. I want that bad. And there's trades. They're out of print. They go for too much. And the issues, looking around, I can't find reader copies. Everybody's got good quality copies. They're wanting $8 an issue. I don't want to pay that. So I'm going to find it some way. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.